All right, you're saying 20 minutes. The next case up is the Copeland case. Who is here for Copeland?
My name is Damon Moore. I am counsel for the petitioner. I believe the petitioner is present. We're having a minor computer issue on my end, and I think we would be ready to go in about 15 minutes. The case is set for 2 hours, and we believe it would take that long.
All right, who else is here?
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Joseph Copeland Jr. I don't think I need 2 hours. I just need less than an hour.
All right, my concern about this case is I've seen the extensive docket note written by Judge Julio de La Yata, who y'all appeared in front of when you were here last on February 12th. And I guess, Mr. Moore, you weren't here yet, but in great detail, Judge De La Yata explained they could not get their exhibits properly marked and uploaded. When the case was called at 11, the court gave them until 1:30 to properly mark and upload the exhibits, with the understanding that if they were not properly marked and uploaded, or if there were technical issues, they would have to reset. At 1:30, there were still issues, and so the court ordered them to reset. I've been looking in Box to see what's happened with the exhibits, and they still don't appear to be properly marked and uploaded. Not only did Judge De La Yata give extensive explanations of what needed to happen at that last hearing, but my staff sent explicit instructions about how to do it, and they're still not correct. So there's a box that says respondents uploaded exhibits that has a whole lot of exhibits that are not labeled by exhibit number. They're just labeled by image, however the computer named them.
Ma'am, Your Honor, I added them, and then when I added all of them, and then when I put them back up, when I added them, I typed them in correctly, and when I called downtown to explain what happened, I did properly put them the way I was told to do them. And when I put them back up, I'm like, now what happened? I can't win from losing. So on one hand, I have them on one side, they're all uploaded properly, but everybody's telling me to put them on paper and then upload them. I'm like, what do y'all expect me to do? I put them as I did. I put them like I was told to do them. Now I upload them the way I was instruct them to do them, but then I'm reading the code of regulations from the state of Texas. I'm doing them the way that the instructions explain for me to do them. So I uploaded them the way the instructions said, then y'all turn around and supersede the regulations. So I'm doing them both ways.
I don't know what Texas regulations you're talking about, but my staff sent me instructions, and the instructions
the instructions that I read.
So you've numbered some of the exhibits with the same number for two different exhibits. You've numbered other exhibits A, B, C, C11, CA, 11D. They need to be numbered R-001, R-002, so that we can figure out which one is which. But some of them have the same number. There are two 6Bs. There are two 10s. There are some that don't have numbers at all. That's the R, but I don't even see any uploaded for the petitioner. So,
Yes.
Mr. Moore, what happened to the petitioner's exhibits?
Yes, Your Honor, I do have those exhibits, and that's why I was saying that we were having a computer issue and that those will be uploaded in about 15 minutes. I think we have them correctly identified, and she's only going to be submitting a limited number of exhibits, although she did have many more. I recognize that both parties are wanting to resolve this today, so we can get ours in. Um, and we're happy to move forward. We're also happy to reset and do one in person if the court would rather do that.
Well, the exhibits were supposed to have been exchanged before today, and supposed to have been uploaded before today. Nobody called my court reporter to ask her any questions. I don't know, Mr. Copeland, if you called our IT department, but the instructions on how to reach both the court reporter and the IT department are there. It may be that the best thing for you all to do is to have an in-person hearing and have hard copies of your exhibits. That is not our preferred method, but we need to know that you all each saw each other's exhibits and that we can tell one from another.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Your
Mhm.
Honor, hold on. I'm sorry. I have a notice of court proceeding for a counter petition. This is the fourth time. I have a notice of court proceeding for a counter petition. This is the fourth time. I've already been through this. You are the fourth judge.
Your
I have
Honor,
a notice of court proceeding for a counter petition. I have called down and talked to the tech support yesterday, and I
All
specifically
right, we're
talked.
gonna come back to y'all at the end of the docket. We're gonna move on. But if Mr. Moore's exhibits are not uploaded, if we do go forward, there will be no exhibits for the petitioner. For any exhibits that you have not uploaded properly, Mr. Copeland, then those exhibits will not be admitted either. For any exhibits that have been uploaded properly, we will consider those. All right, so let's move on then to Mr. Jerome.
Your Honor.
I'm sorry,
It's
Ms.
Miss
Jerome.
Jerome. Yes.
Ms. Jerome, I don't see that your spouse has been served.
He was served, Your Honor. He was actually served by a family member of mine that actually took the papers to him.
Yeah, that's not, that doesn't meet the requirements of the law. They have to be served by a process server or somebody that the court has properly designated. And then the return of service has to be on file for at least 10 days before the hearing.
Okay, he's in a different country, actually. And he received the paper, he confirmed it, and he even sent me an email about the hearing this morning that he will not be attending. And that was the only way I can get the papers to him because he's actually in Haiti and we don't really have any type of service going on right now.
I understand that. Did you talk to the folks in the law library about how to do this?
No, ma'am, I didn't get to talk to anyone about this. I did some research. I'm kind of doing this on my own right now because
So we have a law library here in our courts building, and they have some lawyers down there who help people who represent themselves to make sure that the pleadings are proper and that people are properly served. They can help you with that. Does somebody have the phone number for the law library handy that they can give to Ms. Jerome?
I have it. Whenever you're ready, Ms. Jerome.
okay.
It's
Please.
512-854-8677.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Let me just ask you, is he contesting the divorce?
No, ma'am.
Do
He's
you
not.
all have any children?
No, ma'am. No children.
Do you have any
No.
property?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Nothing.
let the law library know that and tell them that I will take your case by submission and let them help you get the right document on file so that then I can grant your divorce.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. And so I will make note that we'll take care of this for you. So you just need to reach back out to my staff after you and the law library have worked out the last couple details.
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you.
Sorry, I can't help you today.
That's okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And in the Wicker case, who is here on that?
Denise.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael
Morning, Your
Wicker.
Honor. We're both here.
Yep.
All right. And y'all have a motion to seal the court records?
Yes, Your Honor. We decided not to go through with the divorce, and we would just like to seal the case for privacy and personal reasons.
Okay. I will get Mr. Beck looking at the papers here while I work on the other cases before you, and then I'll come back to y'all.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Ms. Wiggard, I'm sorry, I haven't had a chance to get back to Box. Did y'all upload a proposed order?
It was attached with the motion that was filed. It was at the end of it.
Got that. So the problem is that I do see that it doesn't have the style of the case or anything on it. It just says order on motion to seal court records.
Okay, that was the document that the law library gave to me to file, but I can adjust it if I need to.
Do you have that document in Word?
I'm not sure how they sent it to me. I would have to go back and check my email.
I can pull a form order and fill it in, but otherwise I don't see any problems with the application, Judge.
All right. Well, I see that the motion doesn't even have a cause number, so or style, which is kind of odd, but all right. Well, if everything is in order, then, and we can we'll write the cause number and style on there, then y'all don't need to wait around.
Okay. Thank you.
We will grant it.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Your
Your
Honor.
Honor.
All right. Thank
Have a
you.
great day. Thank you.
You too. All right. That brings us back to the Copeland matter, and I do see, Mr. Moore, that you've uploaded 6 exhibits.
Yes, Your Honor.
Although I am right now unable. Do you all want a record?
Yes, please.
Yes.
All right, well, let me say a couple things about the record.
Mr. Copeland's not here, Judge.
Oh, Mr. Copeland?
Yes, ma'am. I'm about to upload in about 2 seconds. I had to run back and upload some stuff so you can see. But yeah, I'm here. Hold on, give me a sec so you'll see everything. But I'm here. Oh God, it still didn't pop up. Come on. Just did it. Just changed the names. Why didn't it show up? Oh, come on, really? I just uploaded them. Where'd they go?
I can't open the exhibit list for Petitioner. It tells me is anybody able to open that?
Judge, it has an underscore in the beginning of the title, which might give you problems. Let me see if I can.
Well, and I went in through the internet. I went because
That's strange. I see it when I
Well,
go in.
I tried to rename it also, Judge, and it's not letting me. It starts off with a dot underscore exhibit list for final hearing dot docx. But then there's the other one. Hold on, let me see if I can open that one. Did you look down? There's two sets. So so the first 7 entries are the underscored document titles, but then he uploaded again without those underscores, and I'm able to open those.
I only see 7 things. I see exhibit list in P1 through 7.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything else. And this is me having gone in through the internet and not from my normal place. So I will close it and try it again.
And Mr. Moore, do you mind if I delete the ones that I can see that have the underscores?
Oh, that's
Do you
fine.
mind if
I do not mind.
So, Judge, if you refresh, maybe you'll be able to.
Yes. I got it. Thank you.
Look. I don't show anything current in respondent folder as having been uploaded in the recent time this
I
morning.
just did. I just did it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Mr. Copeland,
14.
I do understand that you've uploaded them somewhere. I'm just letting you know that I don't see them in the folder for today's hearing.
Wait a minute. It's 14 of them. Wait a minute. Let me address it select. Wait a minute. Let me take it back out. It's 14. It's 14. I just hit today and it's under responded. I just did it. I don't know why y'all don't see them. I just put them under responded. I don't know why y'all
Judge,
don't
I'll
see
check
them.
my computer as well as my iPad to see if I can see them anywhere.
32825. Electronic exhibit. Wait a minute. Responded. Let me go back. Uploaded exhibit. Okay. I think I see the issue. Okay, now let me go back and hit upload. File upload. Let me do it again. Recent. Okay, let me go back. Drive.
Mr. Copeland, I think you're uploading into just the respondent folder rather than the uploaded exhibits folder that's in the respondent folder. Because if I scroll all the way down, there's a number of items in here, but then if I scroll all the way down, I do see 5 files that were uploaded today at the very bottom of the first respondent folder.
And I labeled them all, with the R dash whatever it was, and I put the names beside.
And is it just
It's like
6?
it's 14 of them.
Oh, well, yeah, now more of them have populated. Let's see. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4. So I see a lot of files that have been uploaded today, but not with the naming, not under the naming rules. And then I see 4 that are close. I see R2, R4, R6B, R6C, But then there's lots and lots of images uploaded today that just says image, and then there's a long string of numbers.
Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. I just did them like 2 minutes ago. Let me find it. Let me go back to the box. I just did it. Where did I put them at? Responded. I'm looking right dead at it. It's under uploaded exhibits. Let me see if I can. How do I change them over? How do I move them over? It's under my sign requests, uploaded other materials. How do I
You
move
don't
them
want to
over?
put it in other materials. You want it to be an well, if you want to offer something as an exhibit, it has to go into the uploaded exhibits folder.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get to. Let me see. That's what I thought I was putting them in. I mean, you put them under exhibits. Just did. That's what I'm saying. I put them all under there. 14 of them. How do I move them? Upload new version. I don't want to do that.
So,
I got them
Mr.
all. I got
Copeland,
them
do
all
you
right
have
here.
all your exhibits uploaded somewhere in box?
Yes, ma'am. I'm looking right at it, ma'am.
And tell me where they are.
Uploaded other materials under my sign request. I'm looking right at it.
Under
Uploaded.
respondent?
Yes, ma'am. Right under my name. Uploaded other material.
All right, but those don't have numbers. None of those have numbers.
Loan modification R11C.
So mine don't
RC.
say that. So
He might not be in today's folder is my worry.
well, what other folder is there?
Well, if he had access to the folder previous, I was just
From the last hearing.
right.
Well, there are
I have them in here. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can
Mr.
switch them over.
Mr. Copeland, are you
Yes.
looking at a page that at the top says respondent and then the first line says my sign requests and then ours uploaded exhibits and then ours uploaded other materials? Is that what you're seeing on your screen?
Yes, ma'am. I'm looking right dead at it.
And so if you're scrolling down, way down past all these images that don't have the correct naming and under loan modification and login attempts, then the first numbered exhibit that I see here is R10, Paulette Chapman Denial Letter VA.
Correct.
Is that where some of these exhibits, now they're not 1 through 14, but I do see a few exhibits here. So
the ones I see are R10, R11, R11A, R11F, a second R11F, R11G, R1A, R1B, R1C,
That's it.
R4 or R6B, R6C. Are those all of
That's
the
the one.
exhibits you're going to offer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and get started. And Mr. Moore, you're here on behalf of Ms. Copeland, the petitioner.
Yes, I am.
And Mr. Copeland, you're representing yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Y'all have announced for 2 hours. We're going to put 2 hours on the clock, an hour for each side. Mr. Moore, would you like to give an opening statement?
Sure. Your Honor, we're here this morning because Ms. Chapman Copeland would like to obtain a divorce from the respondent. we're asking for a number of things. The petitioner is asking for spousal support. She's asking that the divorce be granted either because of adultery or because there's been an irretrievable breakdown of the marriage and there's no hope for reconciliation. There are a number of property division requests that Ms. Chapman Copeland has. They have a property that's on road in Manor. The evidence is going to show that that property should be sold and that the money left after paying the mortgage should be split between the parties. But there are debts that Ms. Chapman Copeland would like to have the court order that the respondent pay through his split of that property, if you will. The evidence will show that the house should be sold or placed on the market for sale within 30 days of the date of this order. The petitioner is also requesting, and the evidence will show that the court should order that Mr. Copeland sign an escrow check for the mortgage company. The petitioner is also asking that the court order the respondent to pay the debt associated with an automobile loan that they have on a 2017 Ford Explorer XLT. And petitioner is asking that the court order respondent to deliver that XLT to the petitioner by March 31st of this year. The petitioner is also asking that the court award the 2017 Hyundai Santa Fe Sport to the petitioner as her own separate property. And the court or the petitioner is also asking that the court order that or award 100% of the petitioner's retirement annuities to the petitioner. The petitioner is also requesting that the court order 100% of the respondent's retirement to the respondent. The petitioner is also requesting that the respondent be removed from any entitlement to receive survivor annuity benefits from the petitioner. The petitioner is also asking, and the record will or the evidence will show that the court should order that the respondent pay $8,941 for his portion of a fee that was incurred by the petitioner when a water pipe burst at the home. The petitioner is requesting that the court order that Mr. Copeland pay $2,721.79 for his portion of the mortgage that was paid using the petitioner's credit card. The petitioner is also requesting that the court order that the respondent pay $728 for car insurance that he was supposed to pay, but the petitioner ended up paying. The petitioner is requesting, and the evidence will show, that the court should order the respondent to pay reasonable attorney fees to the petitioner in this case. And the petitioner is requesting that she have her maiden name restored and that she be known as Paulette Chapman.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Copeland, would you like to make an opening statement?
Oh, yes. Let me get started, Jan.
Sir, I can't see your face. I think maybe if you totally close the blind behind you. Oh, that's better. That's better.
The blinds are closed, Your Honor. I have the light on. I can turn the light off. Wait a minute. This better?
No, actually, it's
What?
worse. A minute
Well,
ago,
let me turn on the bedroom light. Let me make it better for you. Hold on. Let me get my cane. Hold on. Let me get my cane out. Hold on. Oh, uh, ooh. Is this sufficient, Your Honor?
so if
If
you,
not, I'm gonna have to go into the other room, to the family room. But
that's
this
right
sufficient?
now, if you can keep it like it is right now, we can see. It just makes it
Okay.
easier for Miss Williamson if she can see your mouth moving while you're speaking. So,
Well,
all
I
right.
don't.
Okay, let me say a couple things before you get started. So, Miss Williamson is making a record. That means she's trying to write down everything that each of us says. It's very important that we speak one at a time, and that means nothing while somebody else is speaking, because she can't catch both over the Zoom. And then also we need to speak at a normal speed because she's certified to 225 words a minute, and that's a lot. But when we get going, we can sometimes speak a lot faster than that. All right. So if you see her shake her head no, that means not that she disagrees with you, but that you're going too fast or that you're speaking at the same time as someone else. So please keep an eye on her and watch for that nonverbal cue that she'll give you. All right, Mr. Copeland, you may make your opening statement.
Well, I don't know who Miss Williamson is, Your Honor, so I can't see her.
All right. She's the court reporter. She's waving right now. Can you see somebody waving from the screen? Are you on your phone?
No, I'm on the tablet.
All right. Do you have it set up for gallery view?
No, wait, let me switch. I can see you. Now I can see you. So
All
if
right.
I turn it sideways, let me turn it sideways. Hold on. Let me turn it sideways. And you'll help. All right, I got it sideways so I can see the whole court,
Okay.
the whole background of you.
Do you see Miss
So now,
Williamson?
no, just the flag and the seal behind you, and the state of Texas flag, and the box of Kleenex beside you.
All right.
So I can see you.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. Go on.
All right. Good morning, Your Honor. Now, I was trying to be as amicable as possible. This is the fourth hearing. This is the fourth judge. This marriage goes back 30 years. Since the petitioner has gone nuclear, and I was trying to be nice about all of this. And as I tell people, and as a former federal government employee, as she is, and when you hear somebody call you stupid and you don't know anything, and thank God for my CPAP machine, and because sometimes my memory is shot, and I have a thing I always say that sometimes I forget a lot of stuff. And thank God for my sister. She remembers a majority of this marriage. And if it wasn't for her, I would have forgot a majority of this marriage. So let me begin. I have been married to this petitioner for 30 years. I would have forgotten majority of this marriage. So let me start off by saying this. She has committed fraud across 3 government agencies. We got married in Cleveland, Ohio, August 16, 1994. At the beginning, we had first started living in Broadview Heights, Ohio, right outside of Cleveland. Her and her half sister tried to buy an apartment through the HUD agency. We were still living in Broadview Heights. She got her half sister an apartment in the King Kennedy Apartments, which is at the corner of 55th and Woodland, or East 55th and Woodland Apartments. Those HUD apartments cost $55 a month. She had her half sister live there for an undetermined period of time, which was about maybe 2 years. We gave birth to a daughter named Crystal. Crystal, who is my youngest daughter, our only child, but she's my youngest daughter. When Crystal turned 3, I was at my parents' house, my dad and his second wife. And my dad noticed that Crystal was acting kind of strange. So he had told me to go check Crystal, to take Crystal to a doctor to go get her checked out. The petitioner, who was adamant that there was nothing wrong with our child, almost wouldn't let me take our daughter to a doctor. So I went on and took her anyway. So that was when the doctor looked at her name, and I couldn't remember her name for the longest. It didn't hit me. Her name was Dr. Teresa Cameron. When Dr. Cameron told me, and I never heard of this word before then, she asked me, have I heard of autism? And I said, never heard of it. So that's when she explained to me, gave me all these books. And at the time, I wasn't aware of me being a disability because of my years in the military service. So me being a disabled veteran, at the same time, I had tried to get military benefits and I failed. So I put that on the back burner and I never tried again. I had private benefits. So through that, I was utilizing those to get Crystal her benefits, getting occupational therapy, physical therapy, voice therapy, and making sure that Crystal had all the tools she needed to make sure that she had the tools for her while growing up. Now, when Crystal had to go to school when she was 5, I'm looking for her to find a school for her through the Cleveland public school system. By then, we was in the Cleveland school district. The petitioner was adamant that Crystal was a regular student. I'm telling her, Crystal needs to go to somewhere where she would be among her own disabled children.
Mr. Copeland?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have to explain this the way so that way you will understand this.
Sir, this is your opening statement. You are not sworn yet, so this is not your testimony.
But I have to explain this so you'll understand how this marriage came to be.
Sir, are you listening to me?
Yes, ma'am.
I need you to listen. This is opening statement. That's just an overview of what you think the evidence will show. When it's your turn to testify, I will swear you in and you can tell me anything you think I need to know within the hour that you have available about your life and this marriage. But right now, it's just an opportunity for you to tell me what you're asking me to do and why. But you're not sworn in right now, so what you're telling me right now is not evidence.
Okay. So let me jump the gun. What I'm asking for, Your Honor, is since she abandoned the household and the house. She hasn't paid nothing towards the house. She was already denied benefits from the VA. I am 100% total and permanent disability veteran. The VA has already sent her a letter from the VA denying her payments off my VA letter. I don't know why she didn't inform her attorney of this. She thinks that I get paid my retirement money from the Postal Service. I don't get paid anything. She hasn't paid nothing toward this house. She knew when I announced January the 24th at the first hearing that I informed the judge and her standing there that I had put this house up for sale. She immediately ran downstairs to the law library, saw the house was listed. She waited 3 weeks before the second hearing, saw that the house was listed, and emails, which I tried to load from C.
Sir, your voice just broke up.
Emails.
Sir, your voice just
Yes,
broke
ma'am.
up, so we missed that last sentence.
I'm sorry. No, I'm saying she sent me numerous emails threatening me, talking about I lied, talking about I didn't notify her. I notified her. The court reporter has the recording. She was told that the house was listed. Waited to the second hearing, almost before the second hearing, going to say that she wasn't notified. The court reporter has the recording that the house was listed. Then I had a realtor. She threatened the realtor that the house that she had a second realtor gonna call and gonna play off like I wasn't selling the house or whatnot, in the case may be. So I had to pull the listing off the house. I forgot about the loan modification agreement that we both signed in September of 2024. It prohibits us because we are on the market for 2 years that we both signed this paper. She turned around and but money. She always
Sir, we've lost your voice again.
anyway.
She
hasn't paid the mortgage on the home. She has paid the mortgage house for the past 2 years.
So
She
you
has
broke
simply
up, but
accused me.
sir, we're unable to hear you. Your voice is breaking up.
Okay. Can you hear me now, y'all? Can you hear me now, y'all?
Heard that.
Can you hear me now, y'all?
Now we kind of hear an echo. Oh, bad echo. Is there a reason why we're not doing this in person?
Your Honor, what I think happened initially, and I just entered an appearance in this
Let me
case.
switch over. Hold on. Let me switch over. Let me switch over. Hold on. Let me switch over. Hold on. Let me switch over. Let me switch. Hold on. Let me switch over. Hold on. Let me switch. I was on my tablet. Hold on. Hold on. Let me switch over. Hold on. I'll make it simple. Let me switch over. What was that code? 054916. Hold on. Let me switch over. Does somebody have that pass meeting code? Passcode meeting? 594016. Okay.
Your Honor, I want to make sure I get an opportunity to address
594.
that question about why this is not in person. So, but I'll wait because he keeps saying that let me switch over thing. So I can hold off.
594016. All right, 594016.
Recording in progress.
All right, I see you better now. Mr. Copeland?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I hear you better too. All right, let me just remind you, this is the opening statement. Nothing you say here is evidence. It's just an overview of what you think the evidence will show. And all of this you're telling me now, if you want to get an evidence, you're going to have to say it again when you're under oath. So the goal is just to give me an overview of what you're asking for and tell me what you think the evidence will show. Mr. Moore, you had something you wanted to add about why it is we're on Zoom instead of in person when we're having so many problems with Zoom.
Yes, it's two things. Number one, the petitioner is not currently living in Texas, and so that was part of the issue. And when I entered an appearance in the case, and I had heard about the problems with the tech, my office had reached out to Mr. Copeland in an attempt to obtain a continuance and perhaps do mediation in the case to try to see if we could resolve this without coming to this. But Mr. Copeland did not want to delay, from his perspective, the end of or delay the case any further. And since we were so close to the hearing, once we had heard from him, we were concerned about our ability to be able to file a motion for continuance and get it accepted, because we didn't want to have a scenario where we had to, or where the petitioner had to go and appear in Texas to argue about whether a case could be continued. And so that's kind of how we ended up here, even though there are some technical issues.
All right. Well, let's continue. Let's see if we can hear Mr. Copeland this time. And again, Mr. Copeland, you only have an hour and you've already used up how much of it, Mr. Beck?
He has 38 and a half minutes left.
He has how long?
38 and a half minutes.
38 and a half minutes.
Correct.
And how long does the petitioner have?
48 and a half.
Okay. Mr. Copeland, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay. Now, this is a veteran administrative signed household. Now, for the past 2 years, I've been in this house. She moved out October of 24. She didn't pay anything on this house. She made the statement in December of 23 when she looked me dead in my face and stated, I made more money than her, which was only $500 more than what she made at the time. Because she was complaining about COVID, which was over with since 2000. She had defrauded 2 other federal government agencies. I kept explaining to her she was able to go back to work. She worked for the Postal Service, just like I did. They had paid her since 2020. She was able to go back to work. She refused to go back to work. So she think that she's supposed to sit at home and collect free money. She is able to go back to work today, but she doesn't want
She doesn't want to. So I'm asking to remove it off the house. Now I'm sitting here in my house. She has a resident in Ohio. That's where she presently lives. The VA already denied her my benefit money. The Postal Service does not pay me hardly anything. Now, if and when I do sell this house, she will be informed. But right now, this is the only resident I have. Now, for her to steal the escrow money from the mortgage company, I will explain all that in depth.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Moore, you may call your first witness.
I call Paulette Chapman Copeland.
All right. Will you
Now,
please
is
raise
your
right
name
hand?
currently hyphenated?
Yes, sir. It's hyphenated.
Okay. Now, you're requesting that you be given a divorce,
Yes.
and are you saying that the reason that you want that divorce is because of adultery?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let me back up a little bit. When were you initially married?
August 16th, 1994.
And and were the two of you living together, or how long were the two of you living together in the same home?
For about 30 years, 30 and a half years.
Now, were you living in the home that's at issue in this case for that whole time?
I was in that home since 2017. We moved into that home.
Okay. And you've heard Mr. Copeland say that you left the home?
Yes, sir. I left on October 4th, 2024.
Okay. And just to make sure we're on the same page, you moved into the home at the same time that Mr. Copeland did?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. And you said you left in October of 2024, correct?
Correct.
Why did you leave?
I left because the whole 30 years of marriage, the respondent had been going on the internet, talking to women, sending them money, buying them gift cards, and he was disrespectful. He talks to people any kind of way. He curses them out, and that carried over into the marriage. He thought that he can talk to me any kind of way, and I wasn't going to have him talk to me like I was a child.
Okay.
And also, he's financially responsible. He doesn't pay his bills on time. And I just felt that I was there for him, and I wasn't appreciated.
Now, you said that one of the things that you said is that he doesn't pay his bills on time.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And when he doesn't pay his bills on time, does that have an impact on you and or your credit?
It has an impact on me because when the bill's not paid on time, I would worry. And to him, he'll be like, well, they'll get paid when they get paid. I'm not worried about it. And especially when something is in my name attached to his, like the house, and he would be late and they would call wanting, information about when the payment's going to be, and that would lower my credit score.
Okay. So, to your knowledge, is he current on the payment for the house now?
No, he's not.
Okay. Now, you two have multiple automobiles, is that correct?
Yes, sir, we do.
Okay. Is one of those automobiles a 2017 Ford Explorer XLT?
Yes, it is.
And who has possession of that automobile now?
The respondent has it in his possession in Texas.
And are you wanting the court to order that automobile be delivered to you?
Yes, I am.
Why?
Because I purchased the vehicle in 2023 in my name for Mr. Copeland to drive because he had 2 repossessions and his credit score was low, so he couldn't get anything in his name. So with the verbal agreement that he would make payments on the vehicle until it was paid off, and after it was paid off, I was going to transfer the title from my name to his name.
Okay.
But he agreed to make payments every month, but the last payment he made on the vehicle was January 2025. In February 2025, I called the finance company to see if he made payment. They told me he had removed the credit card that was on file and that he hasn't made payment on it. So right now the finance company are calling me because it's 2 payments behind, February and March, and it's about to be April. I have asked Mr. Copeland numerous times by email to bring the vehicle to me. He agreed on February the 12th that he was going to drive and bring the vehicle to me after the hearing that we had, the Zoom hearing, but he never did. And I emailed him numerous times, asking him to bring it to me, and he doesn't respond. When he did respond, he sent like a graffiti emoji.
Okay.
And he doesn't answer my emails.
Okay.
I
Hold
think the
on.
what?
Hold on just a second, Ms. Chapman. So, and so is it your belief that the best way to resolve this particular issue is to have the court order that he return that automobile to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, do you also have a 2017 Hyundai Santa Fe Sport?
Yes, sir, I do.
And where is that automobile now?
It's here with me in Ohio.
Okay. And are you asking that the court order that automobile be given to you as your separate property?
Yes, sir, I am.
Do you currently owe any money on that automobile?
No, it's paid off.
Okay. Now, in Mr. Copeland's opening statement, he made a reference to an escrow check. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember.
The tell the court about the escrow check issue.
Village Capital Mortgage Company, they sent me the escrow check in the mail. I don't know why they sent it to me, but they did. I went to the bank
Hold on
and
just a second. Hold on. How much is that was the escrow check made out for?
$3,387.99.
Okay. And this is associated with the Runnel Ridge home?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who and was the check made out to you or to someone else?
To both of us.
Okay. All right. Please continue.
Yes. Village Capital sent me the escrow check. It was dated January 17th, 2025. I don't know why they sent it to me, but they did. I went to the bank like a week later, and the bank teller called Mr. Copeland, and she explained to him that she had a check. I was at the bank and had a check, and will it be okay if I sign his name on the check? he told her, yes, it's okay for me to sign his name, because she told him in a couple of days, they'll hold it for a couple of days, 7 to 10 days, and then they will send him his half of the check. So he agreed so I can sign the check. But the teller, she was kind of hesitant. She told me that she feels it's not best to do anything with the check because Mr. Copeland can say that he didn't speak to her and he didn't agree to it, and that just I did it on my own. So she didn't want to get herself in trouble, and she didn't want to get me in trouble. But she wrote on the back of the check that she spoke to Mr. Copeland on the date. She wrote it on the back, and that he said it was okay for me to sign it. But in the interest of me and her, she decided that it's best that we just get his signature on it.
Okay. And so where is that check now?
It's here. I have it.
Okay. And so you have not cashed the check and kept the money?
No, sir. No,
Okay.
sir.
All right. Now, on the issue of retirement, are you asking that the court allow you to have any retirement that is in your name? Any retirement accounts or annuities that are in your name?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking that the court allow Mr. Copeland to have any retirement or annuities that are in his name?
No.
Tell me more.
I would like to have half of his retirement, a portion of his retirement, to help me pay off credit card bills that I used during the marriage, like for utilities and home improvement projects and other things that I use my credit cards for around the house.
Okay. Your in the opening, you heard me make reference to an $8,941 bill for a water pipe that burst at the home.
Yes, sir.
Tell the court about that briefly, please.
In 2022, the water pipe in the front yard, it burst because the lady next door, her tree roots wrapped around the pipes up underground, and it caused it to burst. And we had to get it repaired. And we went to Abacus. We contacted Abacus Plumbing Company, and they came out. They gave us an estimate of how much it would cost, and it came up to the $8,941.41. But I was only able to finance $4,500 from them. So I financed $4,500 from them, and my daughter put the other balance on her credit card. So those two has to get paid each month.
Okay. And so the 8941, is that money that that you're looking to then return to your daughter, or is that money that was paid by you?
I paid on her credit cards. I paid maybe like a total of $1,200, but on the financing that I did, I think I have paid a total of like $2,600.
Okay. Okay. The $2,721.79 that I referenced during the opening statement for the mortgage. Tell the court about that.
In 2021, we didn't have the mortgage for to pay Village Capital. So I suggested to Joe, because Amazon Chase, which is my credit card, they sent me checks, blank checks. So I told him that I would fill out a check and pay the mortgage with the check, with the agreement that he would help me pay off that bill. And he agreed to help me pay off that bill. But I think he's only paid it like one time, and that was it. So I'm still continuing to pay on that bill 4 years later.
Okay. And that's the reason that you're wanting the court to pay or to order him to pay that from the proceeds of the sale of the house?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And and you've heard me say that you're wanting your maiden name restored, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, you had, give me just a second. You've alleged that Mr. Copeland has committed adultery.
Yes.
When is the first time that you know of that he was engaged in a relationship with another person?
The first time I remember was a voicemail around 1998. That was a voicemail. He had went bowling and he invited another young lady to go bowling with him at the time. And she had called and left a message saying, "Thank you for inviting me bowling. I had a good time. I'll talk to you later."
Okay. The Was there another relationship? Was there another more involved or in-depth relationship that he had with another woman?
Yes, the second in-depth woman was someone from Germany. He met online. He agreed to bring her to the US. He was going to get her apartment, set her up in an apartment, but he told her, this was through email, that she cannot live with him because he's married, but he would help her come to the US, pay for her airline ticket, and set her up in an apartment.
Okay. Now, I'm going to show you, give me just a second. Your Honor, am I allowed to, I'd like to share my screen. Is there something that needs to be done in order to enable me to do that, or can I just go right into the sharing?
You can go ahead.
Okay. All right. So there is can you see my screen, Ms. Chapman?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there is a document. It's been marked as Petitioner's Exhibit number 7. It is communications that you obtained that were between Mr. Copeland and multiple mistresses. Do you recall obtaining that information?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the information that's provided in the document is true and accurately depicts what it was that you saw and what notes that you pulled from your review of the email exchanges between the people?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before continuing, I'm going to offer Petitioner's Exhibit 7.
Any objection, Mr. Copeland? Mr. Copeland, you're on mute. We need you to unmute yourself and let us know if you have any objection to Petitioner's Exhibit 7. Mr. Copeland,
I'm here.
there you go. Do you have an objection to Petitioner's Exhibit 7?
No, he may go on.
All right, P7 is admitted.
Okay. Now, an example of one of the situations between him and who is this? Can you pronounce her?
Alana.
Okay. Is this? Or I'm sorry, that's not Alana. That's a different mistress. Give me just a second. One of the scenarios in which he sent money to someone can be illustrated here. Am I correct? Where she's telling Mr. Copeland about how she needs money to handle to prepare to travel and is requesting money from him.
Yes.
Okay. To your knowledge, did he pay for things for her?
I'm not sure.
Okay. But you are aware that she was requesting the money from him. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And he did begin a relationship with this person?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Now, who is this person, this Mercy Honesty?
Someone that the respondent met through Match.com online.
Okay.
They had a 3-year affair.
Okay. And at some point during your marriage, did he move out and move into an apartment or get an apartment for her?
Yes, sir, he did.
Okay. And to your knowledge, she sent these pictures to him?
Yes, sir, she did.
Okay. You said earlier that he had been on a dating website. Um, Actually, let's back up for a second. This Biana Kolix, um,
Mhm.
uh, what do you know about his relationship with her?
They started a relationship in 2022 of November.
Okay.
That's when I found out that they were going back and forth with emails and text messages, and that they had wanted to be together, planned to be together, and he was sending her money and gift cards. She was supposed to, he told her I was moving out the household. So she was supposed to come in January and move in with him and spend time with him. And they planned on getting married and having kids.
Okay. And these are that's information that you were able to obtain through reviewing uh, their communications?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, there's a note here that says, please be careful this time around so your wife won't block me again. Um, what is that communication about?
When he first started talking to her, he was on Gmail. I'm not tech savvy, so I don't know how that goes, but he was on a different website, Gmail, talking to her. And I found out when I saw his phone that he was conversating back and forth with her. So he switched to another type of communication to talk to her. So that's why she wrote him and said, please be careful this time around so your wife won't block me again, because I made him get rid of the account that he had. I
Yeah.
told him to block her from any communications from getting through. So he did that, but I guess she thought I did it. But they kept communicating back and forth with each other. He would find different ways to communicate with her without my knowledge.
Okay. Now, this this here, this image, is this from a dating website?
Yes, that's from Match.com.
Okay. Um, okay. Give me just a second. Now, in the exhibit here, you wrote out some numbers. What do these numbers represent?
The numbers represent the dates and amounts that he paid for a dating service in October of 2024, and I have one for September 2024.
Okay. Do you know what dating service that was?
No, I don't. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking maybe it was Mexican Loves, because that's the dating site he was on just before I left the house,
Okay.
before I moved out.
Now, I see two numbers here, 229912 and 235909. What are those numbers representing?
Well, one of the dating services charged $19.99. He went on that website 70 times, which gave it a total of $1,399.30. The website that charged $49.99, he went on 18 times that month of October. So those two totals together came up to $2,299.12, added with the one that I was just able to pull up for September, which was $59.97. So the total is $23.59.09 for the dating websites.
Okay. Now, in my opening statement, I didn't mention any request for reimbursement for money that was spent on this dating site. Are you asking that the court order that from the proceeds of the sale of the house that you be awarded the community property portion of that $2,359.09?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, just a moment. Now, you heard or you've seen this document. It's marked as Petitioner's Exhibit 6. Can you explain to the court what this document is? Actually, I'm sorry. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Is this a document that you received from the U.S. Office of Personnel Management?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And did the document say that you had been found disabled from your position as a mail purchasing clerk?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And does this, but this particular paper, you took a picture of it, correct?
Correct.
Does that paper accurately depict the letter that you received?
Yes, sir.
Offer Petitioner's Exhibit 6.
Any objection, Mr. Copeland? You're on mute.
Unmute.
All right.
Not at the moment.
All right. P6 is admitted.
All right. And so that letter describes a disability that they believe that you had?
Yes, sir.
Or have? Okay. All right. Now, give me just a second. Now, you had to hire me to assist you with this case. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how much have you paid so far?
$1,500.
Okay. Now, and you were made aware that the $1,500 that you paid may not be the only amount that is payable for the services that I provide in this case, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And are you asking that the court order that your husband pay the reasonable attorney fees for this case?
Yes.
And you're aware that my office reached out to your husband and requested that we continue this matter and pursue mediation?
Yes.
And to your knowledge, he rejected that offer. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, can you see the document that I am providing?
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Your Honor, I object. Your Honor, I object this part. Hold on. Mr. Moore, when on God's green earth did you call and ask me for mediation? I want to hear this live. The only question you called and asked me was that would I extend the court hearing? That is the only question you asked me.
Sir, Mr. Copeland, it's not your
Yes,
chance.
ma'am.
Not your opportunity to give your testimony or to question Mr. Moore. When it's your turn, I'll let you know.
I just asked Your Honor, I object to that part of the question.
All right, the objection is overruled. Mr. Moore, you may continue.
Do you see the document that is provided here?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And it's marked as Petitioner's Exhibit 2.
Yes,
And this document concerns the Ford, the 2017 Ford vehicle.
yes,
But this is a picture. Did you take this picture?
yes, I did.
And does it accurately depict what was contained in the letter?
Yes, it does.
We offer Petitioner's Exhibit 2.
Any objection, Mr. Copeland? Do you have an objection to the introduction of Petitioner's Exhibit 2?
Yes, I do,
And what is your objection?
because the insurance has been continued. I don't know where she got that letter from, Your Honor, but the payments have been continued. So
All
she
right.
needs to pull that letter out. And I have proof that I have still been paying on that, Your Honor.
All right. Well,
So,
when it's your turn, you'll get to talk about that. But for
I will, Your Honor. Believe me.
Petitioner's 2 is admitted.
Thank you. And what is this letter meant to represent, Ms. Chapman?
The cancellation of the Ford Explorer insurance coverage ending February 2nd, 2025.
Okay. I pass the witness.
All right. We're going to go ahead and take a morning break. We're just going to break until 11. How much time do they each have left, Mr. Beck?
Petitioner has 18 minutes, respondent has 33 minutes.
All right. So we're just going to break until 11 o'clock. We're going to keep it short so we can get done before noon. Y'all are welcome. Just put your phones on mute and to turn off your computers on mute and turn off your video. And we'll be back at 11. All right. So, Mr. Copeland, this is your opportunity to ask Ms. Chapman Copeland any questions you have for her, but it will eat into your time and you only have 18 minutes left.
All right. Miss Chapman Copeland, let me remind you, you're still under oath. First question. On January the 24th, did I not inform you? Oh no, let me change the question right quick. Oh no, let me ask you this question. Let me change the question. On the 2017 Ford Explorer XLT, who was the car financed by?
Alley Finance Company.
Did you change the login and the password on the account?
Yes, I did.
So ergo, how am I to log in and pay on the account? Explain that logic to me if I can't make the payment on the account.
Joe, you had a credit card on file with them to pay the car note. I called them after I seen the payment wasn't made by the 7th, and they said that you called and you removed your credit card off the file.
Okay, stop right there. I don't call Ally Finance. All I do is log in and make the payment. So my original question was back again. Did you change the login and password? Yes or no?
Yes, I did.
Okay, next question. Did you or have somebody hack my Chase bank accounts?
No, I didn't hack in it. We both have each other bank accounts. I just looked in it to see how come you
Okay.
haven't paid the car note.
Okay. Stop right there. I don't have none of your bank account information. I had never ever logged into your
Objection,
bank accounts.
argumentative.
What do you mean objection argumentative? I don't have information, sir.
When the
So,
question,
sir, hang on.
Okay.
So you need to ask questions, not argue with the witness. You'll have,
Okay. I'm asking questions, Your Honor. Let me keep going.
go ahead.
Thank you. Next question. Who informed you at the insurance company, which is under my name, that I stopped making payments on the USAA insurance card?
No one on the phone informed me. I received that letter in the mail dated November, and that coverage will expire or end February 2025. I don't know why they sent it to me, because your name, you're the account holder. So I was wondering, why would they send that to me? And I figured you canceled it because you wasn't going to make payments on the Explorer, that you knew beforehand that you were going to stop making payments on the Explorer. So you just canceled, terminated that insurance because you wasn't paying monthly on the Explorer. You stopped paying that for 2 months.
The insurance has been continued. Next
Why?
question.
Okay.
Next question. Next
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Next question. Are you still in denial that Crystal has autism?
objection, relevance.
I will show the exhibit in a second, Mr. Moore.
Why is whether or not Crystal has autism relevant to the issue of how to divide property?
Because, Your Honor, because we have a 29, almost 30-year-old child, as I stated in my opening statement before you cut me off. We have a 29-year-old disabled child who has been in Special Olympics, who I have basically raised this child, made sure she had the pertinent schooling. I made sure Muffin had everything that she could have had, and then her and her sisters made sure that I had nothing else to do with this child, and hid my child back in Cleveland, Ohio. I had to make sure that Crystal is taken care of under the Veterans Administrative Form. I have to make sure that if something ever happens to me, that the VA takes care of her in the event that something happens to her in the case of she is dead or whatever. My family members will make sure that she is taken care of. I cannot trust nobody on her side of the family to make sure that she is well taken care of in the event that something happens to my child. I don't trust none of them. Next question. Why are you so intent on trying to be greedy on taking care of this house when you wanted nothing to do with this house? You have made it plain since 2017 when I wanted this house. You had nothing to do with this house. Last year, when I wanted to sell this house,
Objection.
I had a buyer.
He's now.
I'm not
Sir,
finished.
sir,
I'm
this
not
is your
finished,
chance
Mr.
to
Moore.
ask.
I'm asking questions. I am forming
I
a question.
do not hear a question.
I'm trying to form a question. Y'all are allowing me to speak. I am speaking right now. Y'all are pissing me off. I am forming a question. Miss Chapman Copeland, when I wanted to sell this house last year in May, I had a buyer. You were informed by the lender the house was going to be for sale for $800,000. You were told by the lender your cut was for $250,000. You could have walked away. You said no. Why didn't you want to sell that day? Please explain to the court why. And I explained to you in great detail. Why didn't you want to sell that day? It was April 30th, 2024. Please explain to the court why didn't you want to sell the house?
Number one, I don't know what you're talking about. I never heard anything about a house being sold for $800,000. You never mentioned that to me. You never said anything about, can I speak, please?
Go ahead.
You never said anything to me about there was a buyer for the house. And you said in May. I don't remember that.
Oh, let me refresh your memory. On the court documents, that was the day that on the court separation agreement, that was the day that the separation agreement, May the 1st, 2024, you had ample opportunity because from May the 1st to August 27th, when I was served with divorce papers, that was the day the separation agreement took place. That was the same weekend that the house could have been sold that same weekend because the lender that I had from Ohio, Frank Bassani, explained to you right on the phone, I had a lender available for the sale of this house. I forgot the other realtor's name because the first lender back in January of 2024, we could have bought the realtor. There were two realtors. They were in cahoots to defraud both of us from the house that was 7 minutes east of here. We could have sold this house, but I told you at the time, we wouldn't have made no money out of the sale of the home the first time. You got upset because you wanted that house 7 minutes down the road. And I explained to you in great detail, we wasn't going to make any money out of the home because they was trying to defraud both of us. You got upset. And then I sat here in this same house and I wasn't going to sell until the second guy, and I cannot remember his name. It was Tony something. I forgot.
Your Honor, at this point, we're beyond either this is going, if this hasn't refreshed her recollection, then I'm going to object as to argumentative.
Because okay, next question, because this is beyond ridiculous. She wants to sit here and tell everybody everything I've done, but she already got convenient amnesia. I'm reminding the court everything that transpired within the past year. But if you look at the court documents, May the 1st, 2024 was the day that the separation agreement happened. That was the same weekend when everything transpired. How come my memory is shot, but that was the same weekend? If anybody that aspires to look at the court documents when the separation agreement took place. I'm not stupid. I'm tired of people insulting my intelligence. I know that's the same weekend that we could have sold this house. She could have walked away with a cool $250,000 and walked away from all of this. But let me keep going. The next question.
Sir,
Paulette Chapman Copeland.
Sir.
Yes, ma'am.
If you want to testify about that when it's your turn to testify, you may do it. But everything you just said was supposed to be in a question. And so nothing you said is evidence. So
okay,
you
but
really need to focus.
I'm still going. Hold on. I got another question. Paulette Chapman Copeland. Did you have an abortion back in either 2001 or 2? Yes or no?
Objection. Hold on.
This is in the course of our marriage. I'm asking the question. You can't object to this. You're going to ask her about everything I've done. I'm asking everything about what she done during the course of our marriage. You cannot object to this.
Sir,
you cannot object.
Sir, I'm the person who rules on the objections. When he makes an objection, you need to stop speaking and let him make his objection. Then I will rule on it. What is your objection, Mr. Moore?
Objection relevance.
Sustained.
Your Honor, wait a minute. This is during the course of our marriage.
Sir, we are only talking about a property division here. Nothing that happened in 2001 with respect to Ms. Chapman Copeland's reproductive health is relevant to property division. So let's stick to the issues that I need to hear in order to make a decision, because you're running out of time.
So my affair or attempted affair, you can throw in, but I can't ask her about doing an affair she may have had. That's what you're telling me?
I didn't say that. That wasn't your question.
Oh, Lord. Okay, fine. Ms. Chapman Copeland, let me ask you again. Let me ask this question. Did you pay any money during the year of 2024 to this house? Utilities?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
What did you pay? Because I can only think of one, the direct TV payment. That's the only thing that you paid.
Can I speak?
Go ahead.
January 23rd, 24, I paid $13.20 to Village Capital. I put it on my direct debit card at Wood Forest Bank. February 1st, I paid the HOA fees, which was $114.95. March 19th, I paid Village Capital $500. That was a debit from Wood Forest Bank. On March 31st, I paid Direct TV because they disconnected the services, and it was $161.28 to turn the TV back on. On April 1st, I paid AT&T $70.66 because AT&T is the internet, and you have to have internet in order for Direct TV to show there. On April 2nd, I paid Brinks Home Security $80, again for my Wood Forest debit card. April 22nd, I paid Atmos Energy, which is the gas company, $58.47 off my debit card at Wood Forest Bank. April 22nd, I paid Skyline Security, which Brinks changed their name to Skyline Security. I paid $72.99 with a debit card. I have the numbers here with the payment 562-6227114. On April 26th, I paid Travis County Round Rock Water $141.20. On May 8th, I paid Blue Bonnet, which is the light bill, $54.62. On May 18th, I paid Skyline Security, which was Brink, $72.50 debit card. And I paid again on June 1st, $81.14. June 5th, I paid the gas, Atmos Energy, $57.09. I paid the home security, which was Brinks again, Skyline Security, $81.14. On July 19th, we went and we got artificial grass for the front yard. I paid $45.47.
That's not
On
utility payment.
July 20th, I just said Brinks, Atmos Brinks.
You said grass.
I'm telling you, you said I didn't pay anything. I'm telling you what I paid with my debit card. July 2024, Brinks, $82.46. August 8th, I paid the HOA dues of $214.75. And August 14th, I paid the water bill for $74.34. So I did contribute the time I was there. It's
Okay.
not like I didn't.
Next question. Did you perform any work duties while you were staying in the house?
Joe, yes, I did. What you mean? When?
No. I'm talking about outside. No. When did you perform any work duty? Because where did you live exactly in the house?
I went upstairs to the second bedroom. I lived upstairs in the second bedroom because you was harassing me the whole time. I had to call Travis County Sheriff's Office. You was banging on the door, let me in, open this door, who you have in there with you. And you was harassing me. When is you gonna leave? Hurry up and get out my house. You know, you was telling me to get out the house. When I packed my boxes, you looking at the boxes. What you got in here? What you taking? What you got in here? You know, you harassed me the whole time I was there. I have a whole calendar. Yes.
Ma'am, you need to
Yes.
slow down. The court reporter can't catch everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. You harassed me the whole time that I was there in the home. Once you were served with divorce papers, it got worse. You were talking to me any kind of way, cursing me out. And I went upstairs to the second bedroom. I locked myself in there to put distance between me and you. But that didn't help because you came up there banging on the door. Like I said, I had to call Travis County Sheriff's Office. You would constantly come up there and harass me. I had everything wrote down from the date you were served all the way till I moved out.
Okay, so in the past 30 years, did you go to jail at any point during our marriage?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Why
Yes,
did
I
you go
did.
to jail during any point during our marriage?
I went to jail because when you had that affair with Biana and you lied and said that you guys stopped talking, but you were still talking behind my back, I got my phone cord and I hit you on the back. The police was called and they came and they charged me with assault. I spent the weekend in jail I was charged with assault of violence on a family member. I had to do 18 weeks of a battered intervention prevention program. I completed that program April 11th, 2024. I got my certificate on April 16th, 2024. The charges against me was dropped. And on November 6th, 2024, my case was expunged. So I have no records of being arrested. My case was expunged.
Okay, so let's go back a few years back then. So let's tell the court the real reason why I moved out of the home back in Cleveland, while you're telling the court why I allegedly moved out back then. Why did I allegedly move out in 2011? Let's tell the court the real reason why I moved out. And I moved
Because
out. Why did I move out more than once? Let's tell the court the real reason why I moved out more than once.
no,
Because
you
you only
moved out
telling
the
the
house.
court.
You moved out the house one time, and that was in November of 2012. When you started an argument with me that morning, me and Crystal went shopping. When we came back, the policeman was on the front porch. You were putting your stuff in your car. And I asked the policeman what's going on. He asked who I was, and I told him. He said that you told him that you wanted him there, so I wouldn't do anything or say anything while you was getting your stuff out the house. But the real reason you left, Joe, was because you started an argument that morning so you can move out. You had already rented a 2-bedroom apartment on the west side for you and Mercy. You were going to send for her to come here and you guys were going to live in that apartment together. And then later on, you guys was going to send for her mother. It's all in the emails, Joe. You got the apartment for you and her to move in together. So that was an excuse for you to start an argument so you could leave the home. But as far as any other time, you only moved out that one time in 2012. You never moved out again. So I don't know what you're talking about as far as 2011.
So I didn't move out 3 times prior than that because my
No, you
memory
did.
may be
No,
shot.
no,
So
you
my
did
memory
not.
may be
No,
shot.
you did not. No, you did not. No.
So I didn't go stay at my parents' house prior to
No, you
that.
did not. Because if you would have, you know me, I'm the type of person, I document everything and I save paperwork. You know me, I write everything down and I keep paperwork. So if that was to happen, I would have documentation. I don't have documentation of that. No, you did not. The only time you left and abandoned me and my daughter was in November 2012, and you returned in June 2013.
So I didn't go stay at my parents'
No,
house
you didn't. No,
in
you did not.
06,
No, you did not.
in 06,
No.
in 03, and 02. So I
Oh
didn't
my
move.
God.
So I didn't stay at my parents' house none of
No,
those
you
times.
didn't, Joe. No, you didn't, Joe, because I document everything. I write everything down. I keep records. And if that would have happened, it would have been in my records that I have with me, and I don't have it. No, you didn't. The only time you left home and moved out was 2012 when you got that 2-bedroom apartment for you and Mercy.
So I just named the year that I went and stayed overnight at my parents' house.
I don't recall. You didn't never leave. That's not true. That is
But I
not
just,
true. That is not
so
true.
so if the old man was still alive, he would have told you in the court that I know I stayed at 3390 Sylvanhurst Road in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Okay, next question. So next question. So let's put it on record. You never ever liked this house at 11.
Incorrect.
So you claiming, you're telling the court that you like this house now?
When we first moved into the house, you got the house without my approval. You call yourself surprising me to get the house. You didn't get my input on the house. You didn't come show me the house. You did everything on your own. And when I first walked into that house, it had a lot of stuff that needed updating, a lot of stuff. And that's why I didn't like the house, because of cosmetic changes that had to be made. But as we lived in the house, I made those cosmetic changes. I paid for certain stuff on my own. I never asked you to give me money on anything except half of that flooring and half of the carpet in the family room. Everything else I paid on my own. Once I got the home looking like a home the way I wanted it to, yes, I loved my home. I loved it. And I hated to leave it because I put so much effort and energy and money making it a home.
Back up. Wait. You saying you wasn't here initially when we pulled up to this house? You're telling the court that you wasn't here?
I wasn't there when you was talking to the realtor. I didn't know you had found the house. After you found the house and you told the realtor, I guess, that you wanted to get it, then I was bought into the house. You were there, the realtor was there, and I was looking around the house. You know, they showed me around the house, and then I was kind of hesitant about the house because I said, you know, it needed a lot of cosmetic changes and it would cost a lot of money. And then that's when the realtor said, well, I'll give you guys a minute to talk about it. And we discussed it. And I was driving 3 hours a day each way, going back to work from Maynard to Killeen, from Austin to Killeen. And I was exhausted and I was tired of that drive that I had been doing for years. So yes, I said, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. But I always said, Joe, get a house where we both can afford the mortgage if one of us is not able to have an income. And that wasn't done. That wasn't done. Any more questions?
Were you always negative and abusive towards me during the whole 30-year marriage?
No, I wasn't. No.
You wasn't?
No, I wasn't.
So you wasn't verbally abusive towards me for 30 whole years. That's what you're telling the court.
I was verbally at times like you were. We both guilty. We're both guilty of that. It wasn't like you talked to me in a very pleasant voice every day and didn't raise your voice or get mad or curse me out. We both said things. It wasn't just me. It was both. Take accountability for your actions. It was both of us.
I would tell the court, I only did it at the tail end of this marriage. I'm talking about you doing the whole 30-year marriage.
No, that's incorrect.
Oh, convenient amnesia sure kicks in right now. Anyway, next question. I think your attorney pulled up and said something about the Hyundai Sonata. Let me go back to the question I almost didn't ask. Did I not sign those papers over to you January 24th and told you that the truck was, I signed over that truck to you? Did I not sign those papers to you in the courthouse on Guadalupe Street?
When we was at the courthouse, I asked you, informed you.
Did I not sign those papers? Yes or no?
The title? The title?
Yes. Did I not sign? Okay. Next question.
Yes.
Next question. I just signed those papers over to you. Yes or no? That's all I need to know.
The title for the Hyundai, you mean?
Yes. Did I not sign those papers in front of you? You signed your name
on the back of the title. You signed your name on the back of the title.
Thank you. That's all I need to know. Next question. Did you, were you verbally and physically abusive to my 3 older daughters when they were kids?
No, I was not. I told you that multiple times. Your kids just lied. I was 8.5, almost 9 months pregnant. So why would they told you I locked them in the closet. If I'm almost 9 months pregnant, how am I gonna lock 3 kids in the closet? And you told me yourself that they told you that their mother told them to tell you that. They don't like me because you stayed in the marriage with me and you divorced their mom. So that's why they didn't like me. They didn't like my daughter because you stayed in our marriage and you didn't stay with their mom. And you told me out your mouth that your daughter told you that they lied because their mom told them to tell you that. So no, I don't mistreat kids. And how would I do it anyway? How am I run around and catch 3 kids and lock them in a closet? Almost 9 months pregnant. No, I'm not the type of person. I did not do that.
Mr. Copeland, I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to let you know you have about 5 minutes left.
All right, thank
How
you.
long does petitioner have?
18 minutes.
All right, I'm done, Your Honor. I did have one more question. It threw me off. I was in a row. I was in a rhythm. Did the VA send you a denial letter stating that you were not entitled to my VA benefits?
Yes, they did.
Okay. Did you also accuse me of allegedly having $10,000 that I do not recall having?
I didn't accuse you. I called Village Capital because I was keeping up on the mortgage to see if it was paid up each month. And they told me that you had paid $10,607.03 for the months to cover the months May through October. And when I asked you about that, you said, oh, they're lying. Where I get $10,000 from? If I had $10,000, I'd give it to you for Amazon Chase and Service Financial. But the agent specifically told me that the $10,000 came from your debit card. But you're denying it. But Village Capital told me it was a draft, a bank draft. So they took it out the bank. So no, I'm not alleging anything. I have proof that Village Capital told me, and I have documentation that it was paid twice on that day. You paid one time and it didn't cover enough. So you had to pay an extra $607 to complete October's payment.
Lord have mercy. Anyway, next question.
I thought you said you just had one more question.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm done. Because I can't
Mr.
wait.
Moore, do you have any additional questions for this witness?
Yes, very briefly. Miss Chapman, Copeland, are you able to provide for your current minimum reasonable needs independently?
No, I'm not.
Okay. What education and employment skills do you what's your education? The level of education you've achieved?
I graduated high school and I did like 4 years of college.
Okay. Did you graduate from college?
No, because at the time when we were living in Ohio, I was going to college and the respondent got a job offer in Texas, and that's when we moved to Texas.
Okay. And so how much additional education would you have to complete in order to obtain your degree?
I had maybe like 6 more classes to complete.
Okay. At what school?
It was at Cuyahoga Community College here in Ohio.
Okay. And so had you completed school, you'd have an associate's degree, is that correct?
Correct.
And you would still have to continue on for at least, or for approximately 2 years to obtain a bachelor's degree?
Correct.
Okay. And did you contribute as a homemaker in in your marriage?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And you've alleged that there has been marital misconduct, including adultery and cruel treatment in
Yes.
your marriage?
Yes, sir.
I object.
And you have.
Hang on. What's your
I'm sorry.
objection?
How can he pose a question like that when I pose that same question and he says argumentative? Now I'm objecting in his argumentative when she just admitted it went both ways. How he gonna turn around and say the same exact question?
All right, the objection is
I'm
overruled.
objecting. Well, man, how can you overrule it when you sustain it in my direction?
The objection is overruled. Mr. Moore, you may ask your next question.
No other questions.
All right. You may call your next witness.
I call myself.
All right. Will you raise your right hand and be sworn? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give here will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right.
Your Honor, my name is Damon Moore. I was retained as counsel for this case. I am offering Petitioner's Exhibit 4. It's an affidavit for attorney fees, costs and expenses for the representation of Paulette Chapman Copeland through March 28 of 2025. I would point out that the affidavit does not include the time that has been spent in court today. But I'm the keeper of the records for this particular document, and I offer Petitioner's Exhibit 4.
All right. Is there an objection to P4?
Yes, I object.
And what is your objection?
Why should I be beholden to pay the attorney fees when the 3 previous hearings, this could have been over with the first hearing?
So, sir, the question is, do you have an objection to the exhibit? I understand you have an objection to paying the
Yes,
fee.
I have an objection to the exhibit, ma'am. Yes, I do.
And what is your objection?
I should not be beholden to pay the attorney's fees.
All right.
That's my
The objection is
ma'am.
overruled. P4 is admitted.
Thank you. To date, we have provided $3,269.50. That does not account for the 2 hours that we have currently been in court. I bill at $350 an hour for the services that I provide. So in theory, we would be looking at an additional 700, approximately $875 related to the hearing today. I've been practicing in Texas since 2007, and am also licensed in 11 other states. But as far as Texas goes, I've been practicing since 2007. I was chairman of the board of directors for the Austin Dispute Resolution Center, and so I'm quite comfortable with trying to resolve cases without contested hearings. Because of Mr. Copeland's refusal to change the date that was set for this hearing, we weren't in a position to be able to attempt to set up and participate in mediation for the case. And so that helped lead to what we're currently doing at this time. And because of Ms. Copeland's inability to earn, and because of the circumstances that have been described prior to this moment, we're asking that the court order that Mr. Copeland pay the reasonable attorney fees that are associated with the case, and we are asking that I be allowed to enforce that order in my own name if need be. And I have nothing further to say.
All right. Mr. Copeland, do you have any questions for Mr. Moore?
Yes, I do. Mr. Moore, just because you took this case, I'm sorry, hold on.
Trying to call in.
I'm sorry. Mr. Moore, I understand that you are her attorney. Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry. Can you hear
Yes,
me? Y'all?
I can hear you.
Okay. Mr. Moore, I understand that you're an attorney over 11 states. You're chairman of this and that and this. I stated to the court, I'm a total and permanent disabled veteran. Once the court rules this, my fees, my fixed income drops. So your oration of what you're telling the court, your fees, my income is going to drop. So however she rules, what I pay on my house and my bills, I have to make a total adjustments on what I have to do, which is why I questioned the petitioner. She changed the passwords on making payments to the vehicle. I have the adjustments on what I have to pay around the house. Because she left, it makes it easier and simpler for me. She's able to go to work now. So you showed an adjustment in paperwork from OPM, which is the Office of Personnel Management, showing that she's disabled. She's been doing able-bodied work. She's able to work. That's why I explained to the court, she's able to get up and go do something productive. Now, I could be a knucklehead and call said governments and show that, yes, she's defrauding the governments and she can be forced to pay the governments back. I can call the Office of Investigative General. It doesn't bother me at all.
I'm sorry.
But don't sit here and insult my intelligence and say that I'm going to be forced to pay you $3,400 in attorney fees when she's sitting there able-bodied to go back to work.
So, Mr. Copeland, that wasn't a question. Mr. Beck, you were saying something?
Mr. Copeland's time has expired.
Okay. Mr. Moore, do you have anything you want to add?
No.
All right. Do you have any other witnesses or evidence?
No.
All right. Well, Mr. Copeland, your time is up. So this hearing is concluded, and I will take it under advisement and get y'all a decision as soon as I can. I do have your proposed disposition of issues, Mr. Moore. And so we are done.
Thank you, Judge.
Y'all are excused.
Thank you.
Take care.